It's the over whoopie man, Mr. Over whoopie saying, what's good, y'all? I said GO3 nigga, aka O3. Shit, back in this bitch with another video. You feel me? Look, man, today I can't even put my mic for real. Today, we gonna be checking out Trap Lil Ross, another Trap Lil Ross video. Yo, TLR, if you don't want me reacting to your content, bro, and you ain't cool with that shit, just let me know. That shit gone, bro. That shit down. You feel me? I'm gonna do this in the parts. Y'all know how I get down. We got 2.5 minutes. 2.5 hours, my bad. 2.5 minutes. My dumb ass be furred. But look, I don't even know how I'm gonna chop this up. I'm gonna just record until I can't no more. You feel me? I got work, and my girl's supposed to be calling me soon, so I'm gonna just record till I can't no more. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, man, just the assassination of, I don't want to say bro name, Sidhu Moosewala, India's Tupac. I know I probably butchered that shit. I'm sorry. It was not out of disrespect. But let's get into
Disclaimer. The purpose of this video is an educational documentary providing authoritative news reporting on historic events.
My audio right, yeah?
In a journalistic context. All of the opinions in this video are mine alone. Everything in this video has been taken from publicly available sources, and any footage used is covered under the doctrine of fair use. We have made every effort to ensure the accuracy of our sources, but I am not responsible for content that third parties publish. Content warning. This video contains themes of violence, death, and gang activity, but every effort has been made to censor this video in accordance with YouTube's advertiser and community guidelines. This video features no violence on screen, no explicit language, and no hateful language. If you want to see extended versions of my videos with much more detail, please visit patreon.com/traplawross, where you can watch the director's cut for just $2. But if you're not interested in that, hit the subscribe button and get ready to hear one of the craziest stories ever told. This video made use of
Go hit Trap Lil Ross Patreon. That shit is way worth it. That shit is, that shit is way worth it. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of shit he give, like the amount of extra content that's added to his videos, or not even just added, but kept into those videos that he had to cut out for YouTube. The low $2, bro, is so worth it. It's so worth it. Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
AI to dub the audio from Punjabi to English, but we have not used AI to change or alter anything anybody has said in this video, and all of the words that you hear are direct translations of the original speech.
That's thorough. Shout out AI doing something good.
India's probably the last place you would think of when it comes to gangster rap and drill music. Most people would think of the birthplace of gangster rap, South Central Los Angeles, where the Bloods and Crips reign supreme, or the birthplace of drill music in Chicago, where gangs like the Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples fought a bloody war that made its way to the lyrics of rap songs. But if you followed my channel closely, you'd know that every city around the world has a hood, and in most hoods around the world, there are gangsters doing dirt in the streets and gangster rappers rapping about it. I've covered the gangster rap music scene from LA to Chicago to Stockholm in Sweden and Sydney in Australia, but today we're going to be taking a closer look at one of the most high-profile gangster rap stories that you might have missed. Because in India, a country with a population of 1.4 billion people, one rapper was able to stand out above the rest and become the voice of the streets in the most populated country in the world. That man was Sidhu Moosewala, the gun-toting gangster rapper who brought the energy of modern-day Chicago drill to Punjabi language music in India, pioneering a whole new sport in the most populated country in the world. That man was Sidhu Moosewala, the gun-toting gangster rapper who brought the energy of modern-day Chicago drill to Punjabi language music in India, pioneering a whole new style that made him the voice of the new generation of youth and changed the way people saw Punjabi music around the world. But Sidhu Moosewala would become famous for more than just his music. His gangster persona became infamous across India and the world at large, and he seemingly truly lived the lifestyle he rapped about. Moosewala was obsessed with guns, covered in tattoos of firearms, and he would constantly be seen in the media toting high-powered weapons.
12-bore shotgun. I've got the system, I've got the semi-autos, everything, slowly getting everything together. I want to repeat the things that you have a passion for.
He would be slammed by the media for alleged glorification of weapons, and he would receive numerous charges for things like shooting on camera. However, Sidhu Moosewala got to the point where he was so beloved in his country that the cops would let him fire their rifles, and he would end up getting fined for it. But unfortunately, Sidhu Moosewala also had his enemies. A high-profile beef with another Punjabi artist, Karan Aujla, saw diss tracks and threats being thrown back and forth between the two artists. However, beyond the music industry beefs, what made Sidhu Moosewala's story so much more powerful was his plans to get political. His mother was a politician named Charan Kaur, who won the Sarpanch election for Mansa in December 2018, the small village where she brought up Sidhu. But after finding fame and fortune in the music industry, Sidhu decided in 2021 to try his hand at politics too, and Sidhu himself ended up running in the 2022 Punjab Legislative Assembly election, a controversial campaign that Sidhu ultimately ended up losing. It may well have been Moosewala's large ambitions that ultimately made his downfall, as less than a year after his controversial attempts to get elected in politics, he would wind up being assassinated. Just like the pioneer of gangster rap in the West Coast, Tupac Shakur, the Punjabi Punjabi megastar, singer, and politician was shot dead in the front seat of his car. It's both the way he died and the way he lived, with a desire to use his gangster rap music to influence politics, that had people calling him India's Tupac, or the Desi Tupac. Eerily, Tupac was one of the reasons that Sidhu actually took a liking to the hip-hop sound and begun making music, with Sidhu rapping in one song that his stars are aligned with Tupac's, a line which may go deeper than he could have ever imagined. Because even more crazy is the fact that one of the last songs that Sidhu released while he was alive was the track The Last Ride, which came with a cover art depicting the car Tupac was shot and killed in, releasing this only months before Sidhu would meet his own tragic fate. So today...
What? Yo, do y'all homework on this shit, be real, nigga. Niggas be marked for death, bro. Not to disrespect cuz, or not to disrespect none of the days, bro, but look, RP Fulio too. Niggas know some shit coming, bro. Like, your spirit know that shit coming. Why you think Nip named his last album Victory Laps, bro? Nigga was young as shit. Nigga was like in his 30s, in his early 30s, you feel me? I think he died 33. Why would he name his album Victory Lap? It's more to come, bro. It's not the end. You know, like the marathon continues type shit, but it's like, you feel me? Don't that sound like a closing chapter? The Victory Lap? You feel me? Nigga, Fulio, he what I'm thinking about, the last song Fulio dropped, he was on some shit like I'm one shootout away from dying. This nigga, he posed Tupac car and then died the same way Tupac did. Mo 3, he was talking about them highway murders, and like, and fucking, what's that song that, the Better Days, pray for better days, that Mo 3, billionaire OG shit, the Better Days, you know? He was talking about the highway fucking murders that his gang did against the ops, and then niggas end up killing him on the highway. You feel me? It's like, bro, niggas know when they marked for death, bro. Nigga, like, your soul can really feel that shit. I really believe that shit. That just even further pushed what I believe. You feel what I'm saying? That shit real as a
We're going to take a closer look and tell the story once and for all of the
Niggas
brilliant
know
rise
the
and tragic
time
fall
they living on
of
is
Sidhu
borrowed.
Moosewala, India's Tupac Shakur.
Let's get it. Oh, this be like a movie. Y'all didn't want to, hey, Echo, light off. I never want to, let's get comfy.
People believe Sidhu Moosewala is very fond of guns. Yeah, that is true.
Very fond of
If you are fond of weapons, I ask you, which weapons do you keep?
I have a 45 caliber pistol and several shotguns.
Damn.
They have filed cases against me about guns and showing violence. In my opinion though, I believe our culture revolves around guns.
Boy, what?
Do you like weapons as a means of self-defense, or are you just fond of them?
At first it was just a hobby, but now it has a purpose.
Ooh, at first it was just a hobby. Now
I've
it's
seen
got a
people
purpose.
come, I've seen people go. This guy is definitely here to stay. He's a bad boy lyricist, he's an amazing performer, and he is none other than Sidhu Moosewala!
Punjabi rapper Sidhu Moosewala has recently decided to go into politics. He claims he wants to fix living standards in Musa and Mansa.
He is not just someone known in Punjab, he is an international figure.
A gang war that spread across Punjab, Delhi's Tihar jail, and across 7 seas to Canada. At the center of this gang war is this group of men led by Lawrence Bishnoi.
My parents have taught me not to just sit there and take it. My parents taught me, if somebody shows you attitude, you teach them a lesson.
The guns and gangster culture in his songs, Sidhu Moosewala would have never imagined that one day he would fall prey to gangsters himself.
Hello brother, you guys are full of wisdom.
That.
Please write this
I
song.
don't believe that. Niggas be talking out their ass, bro. I believe he knew. Everybody that's like, everybody that's in that life, they know they could die. You feel me? Live by the sword, die by the sword. Everybody know they could get blicked down if you in that life, though. But yeah, this shit, wow, this shit active, y'all.
Himself.
Them niggas publicly was like, we got get back, nigga. We got get back. We got back. What? Hold on, lock me in, lock me in, lock me in.
Sidhu Moosewala was born Shubdeep Singh Sindhu on the 11th of June 1993 in the village of Mansa in the Mansa district of Punjab, India. The last name he adopted for rap, Moosewala, actually means that he belongs to the district of Musa, with Wala actually meaning belonging to, a practice commonly done by Bollywood stars looking for a stage name. Mansa is a rural district located in the Indian state of Punjab in northern India. The district is roughly triangular in shape and is bounded on the northwest by the Bathinda district, on the northeast by the Sangrur district, and on the south by the Haryana state. Mansa is well linked to other cities, particularly the Indian capital New Delhi, by an efficient rail and transport system, and the population of Mansa district stood at approximately 800,000 based on the 2011 census. But Sidhu's home village of Musa stands at a much smaller population of around just 4,000 people, with it being located just 10 kilometers south of the district's headquarters, Mansa City. Now, the last census was taken all the way back in 2011, and the government has delayed another census year after year. I mean, 1.4 billion people, how are you gonna keep track of those? But anyway, the Mansa region saw the arrival of the Aryans, Greeks, Persians, and Mughals, each of whom contributed to the region's cultural heritage. But being within the Punjab region, the most common heritage and religion among the Mansa district is Sikhism. In terms of religion, Mansa has a significant Sikh population of around 77.75% of the overall population there. And Sikhism is a monotheist religion believing in one god and general principles that lead to a good life, such as treating everyone equally, serving and protecting others, and removing the oppressive caste system out of India. Now, due to Sidhu's family and religious background, these Sikh principles were often carried into the topics of his music and his appearance, hence the turban or dastar that he wears to cover his uncut hair. One of the Sikh principles is understanding the importance of weaponry and the defense of others. The Sikhs famously carry the 5 Ks, one of which is a small sword known as a kirpan. The reason being that the sword can be drawn as a last resort in the face of any danger or to protect others. Essentially, Sikhs can be trusted by the general population to protect others if there's a chance of danger. And Sidhu's religious backgrounds and principles would explain a lot of the topics that he chose to include in his music, as Sidhu later explained exactly why he raps about weapons so much in his lyrics, an approach that ultimately attracted the attention of the law, with multiple gun cases being filed against him during his career. He would explain that his culture revolves around those 5 Ks, with the carrying of a weapon seemingly extending towards firearms. Sidhu would explain that he actually believes that guns are not the problem, and it's who is using them and what they're using them for that's the issue. And he asked the viewers, or people that don't understand, to look into the background of the Punjabi region and the Sikh people.
10 years ago, singers were booked in cases for vulgarity in their music. They used to measure a girl's waist and look in her eyes. I don't have such cases. They have filed cases about guns and showing violence. Now it's back to the same thing. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. My opinion is, you tell me, our culture revolves around guns. Revolves around Sri Saab. I'm going to ask you a question, and all my brothers watching. Whenever in our country, specifically in our state of Punjab, whenever the Prime Minister comes, a foreign diplomat or MP from another state comes, why do we give them Sri Saab? Is Sri Saab not a weapon? Sri Saab is fine there, but if someone picks it up, then it's wrong. It is right.
Even the gurus have us to always be armed?
It all depends on the mind of the person. When the Sri Saab who has the gun, if he or she is using it for the right cause or not. What is right or wrong? We are mere singers. We are incapable of telling you right or wrong.
Type shit,
you see,
though. Type shit,
all the intellectuals talking about guns.
I see what he's saying. Hold on.
Cases for vulgarity, cases about revolves around Sri Saab.
One of the 5. Right. I had to make sure.
Background. All the intellectuals talking about guns. They're smarter than me for sure. And they find things to criticize about me. I don't mean to offend. I request them to look at our background, what our culture is made of, the fundamentals of our religion. Maybe then they will understand.
Okay, I see what he's saying though. He like,
the history of the Sikh people and the area Sidhu is from gives a much deeper insight into his warrior mentality. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Mansa region was controlled by various Sikh rulers, including the Sikh Missals and the Sikh Empire. And Mansa itself has a rich history within Sikhism's warrior culture. The Missals were the 12 sovereign states of the Sikh Confederacy, which rose during the 18th century in the Punjab region in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent. This is cited as one of the causes of the weakening of the Mughal Empire prior to Nader Shah's invasion. In 1849, Mansa came under British colonial rule as part of the Punjab province, which essentially led to a decline in wealth, education and produce within the region. The area is also rich in culture, with many Sikh and Hindu celebrations occurring yearly, along with the production of Bhangra music. With sprawling farms and massive landscapes, the area's economy and lifestyle is primarily based on agriculture, with farming being the main source of income for the majority of the local population, with the area actually being dubbed as Area of White Gold due to the mass production of cotton there. And the name Sidhu itself actually derives from the Jat clan within Punjab and Sikhi. The Jat people are associated with agriculture and farming, hence why Sidhu uses such imagery in his music videos to pay homage to his Jat heritage. For example, tractors often appear in Sidhu's music videos, like in the one for the track Tokan, a song named after a popular tractor towing game that's also popular in Punjab. And in the video, Sidhu would rap surrounded by tractors as if they were the Lambos you would usually expect to see a rapper in front of, making for a very unique flex in the music video. And on the track, he raps about having a Dodge sound system on the back of his tractor, along with bars about lifting the front tires to face God and threatening to drag his ops from the back of the tractor if they play with him. And tractors were also a big part of his promotional campaign for his 2021 film Musa Jat. Sidhu would even explain in one interview how part of his love of tractors is actually the power that it gives to the driver, with him even comparing it to having a gun in your hand.
One of your tractors has a decal powerful. Is there any special meaning behind it?
It's just when you feel the special power of the tractor. For me, it's similar to guns. Whatever someone is fond of. Some people get high by drugs. I am into iron, I'm into machinery, I'm into weapons.
It's interesting to hear Sidhu compare his love of tractors to guns, as he is truly obsessed with firearms. Guns and ammo appear frequently in his music videos and on his social media posts, and he would even discuss his love of guns and the large arsenal of weapons he was cultivating in a 2020 interview.
Weapons, yeah, I do like them.
These years wrong.
I have a 45 caliber pistol. I have a 12 gauge shotgun. It's all according to the laws. Semi-auto and all of that. I'm growing my collection, just adding things that I'm fond of. Now I want to buy a repeater. So just slowly growing the collection.
Perhaps it's that Sikh heritage and his warrior mentality which has caused him to take a liking to all manner of weapons of war. And this is something he would also reflect on in detail in one interview where they asked him about his obsession with firearms, with him explaining that he carries them for self-protection and that he just likes them.
People believe Sidhu Moosewala is very fond of guns.
I bet y'all see me keep touching my
Recently,
head.
the head priest of the Akal Takht has instructed Sikhs to...
And that he just likes them.
People believe Sidhu Moosewala is very fond of guns.
Yeah.
Recently, the head priest of the Akal Takht has instructed Sikhs to keep listen weapons with them. Do you like weapons as a means of self-defense, or are you just fond of them?
First, it was just for a hobby, but now it has a purpose. When you spend time in a profession, you start observing things. Like the saying goes, I did not ride the wedding's horse, but I have seen many people mounting it.
Elsewhere, he would critique the demonization of weapons, emphasizing that weapons are indeed historically important for Sikhs, and explaining the importance of mental discipline over weapon regulation.
They already knew that it was a requirement of the time to add knowledge of weapons to enlightenment. Mughals will torture us. Nadir Shah and Ahmed Shah will plunder us. Our gurus had the vision to think about this, and based of that, added weapons to our 5Ks of Khalsa. And now for the past 40 years, we are being misinformed that weapons are bad. Our next generation are dancing on TikTok and making reels. They're being told weapons are bad and you should be scared of them. Why shouldn't you put your hand on one? It's on my waist. It doesn't automatically go and shoot someone. When our mind is not trained, how will we stop our hands? The truth is, the entire problem is our minds. Yet we are focusing on weapons and licensing. We are told to stay away from weapons because we are a border state. But they are not willing to treat our border state as one of them. Our very own boys from this state, 25th Sikh Regiment, is fighting at the border. You are telling some people to not pick up weapons. Then why are you asking them? No one really wants to speak about this topic at all. All the reporters try and come here and portray we are all about weapons.
Sidhu's view on carrying weapons and the violence in his music is that he sees it as a religious obligation.
If our head priest has ordered Sikhs to carry legal weapons, then that is all that matters. It doesn't matter what someone else is saying and what our guru has instructed us to do.
If that's what
It's an
you
even higher
believe in,
command from the head
then-
priest, and I will follow it. I've been saying this for the longest time. Keeping weapons is not wrong, but using them towards loss to someone, rob a bank, or point at someone's head is not right. but there is no problem in just keeping weapons.
His faith and his beliefs are a very personal part of his music and his motivations in life. The Sikh Jats were known as a large majority of the soldiers who took a stand on the front line opposing the Mughals. However, despite the strength of the Sikhs that live there, the Mansa district has had its fair share of problems ever since the British rule. This includes difficulties and deficiencies when it comes to economic development, education, and healthcare. The literacy rate of the Mansa district is shockingly low, and according to the 2011 census, only 55% of Mansa were literate at the time, lower than the national average literacy rate in India, which was 74% in the 2011 census. This could possibly be explained by the region's farming culture, as its residents may not believe in the education system, as they mainly rely on their own self-sufficiency. Now, the Mansa district also has some government-run hospitals and health centres, but the quality of healthcare there is indeed a concern.
Alright man, that's good.
In Punjab, there are only 0.46 hospital beds per 1,000 inhabitants and one doctor for 8,900 people. And this large inequality causes deficient levels of healthcare for the locals that live there. And this is even worse in proportion to the Mansa Civil Hospital, where 20 doctors are expected to oversee 500 patients. The government has acknowledged these issues, but the progress there has been slow. And these are the challenging circumstances that Sidhu Moosewala grew up around. Clearly, and it was here at the college that we can see one of the early examples of him singing and honing his skills as a performer.
ਹੋ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਦੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸਦਾ ਯਾਰੋ ਆਪੇ ਮਹਿਲ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਦਾ ਢੇਰ ਬਣਨਾ ਹੋ ਮਿਲੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਬਣਨਾ ਉਹ ਫੇਰ ਬਣਨਾ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਡ ਕੇ ਖੁਦਾ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਪੱਲਾ ਅੱਡ ਕੇ ਖੁਦਾ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਪੱਲਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਖੈਰ ਮੰਗਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਖੈਰ ਮੰਗਦੀ ਹਾਏ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਖੈਰ ਮੰਗਦੀ ਹੋ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਉਮਰ ਲਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਅੱਲਾ
Damn, 2013
ਬਣਾ ਲੈ ਕਿਤੋਂ ਜਾਨੀ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਵੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਕੀਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਲੀਡਰੀ ਅਕਾਲੀ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹਾਏ ਕੜੀ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਸਕੀਮ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ
After graduating from school in Punjab, Sidhu would then
ਮਰਾਵੇਂ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਲੰਗੇ ਮੌਤ ਬਿਨਾ ਜੀਂਦੇ ਕੋਲਦੀ ਗੋਏਗਾ ਹੋ ਗੱਲੀ ਬਾਤੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਉੱਡਦੇ ਕਰੇ ਝਾਕਣੀ ਨਾ ਰਾਖ ਗੱਭਰੂ
Soon after his migration to Canada, Sidhu's networking and musical talent landed him the opportunity of a lifetime, and before he knew it, everything would change and he would be in the music industry making hit records and taking his first steps on the path to becoming one of the greatest musicians India had ever seen. Before we go any further into the video, I just want to make a quick announcement. The Trap Law team is hiring. So if you want to get paid to sit on Reddit and do research about your favorite rappers all day, every day, then head on over to intelcartel.org and fill out the application form. I'm hoping that we got some real Reddit disciples out there that actually want to make some money, join the team, and help me make the magic happen. So intelcartel.org, go over there and apply, and hopefully
all
see
y'all
you
niggas
soon.
ain't got no life. Come on over to the team, folks. Hey, but with that being said, man, I'm going to just pause this motherfucker right here. That'll be the first part. I got to get up out this bitch and go to work in a couple minutes, y'all. So, I got, you feel me? Hey, that's part one. But, hey, that was the introduction, the background. We're going to get into the story, you feel me, in the next video, y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to see y'all there.